Hello and welcome to my new video. In my last video I explained the event management, which includes what is event management, what event management can manage, structure, workflow, event management and service mapping. In this video I will explain the asset management with CMDB, which includes understanding CMDB architecture, categorizing assets management goals, and asset management lifecycle. So let's start with the understanding CMDB. ServiceNow CMDB is the central repository within the ServiceNow platform that stores information about all configuration items in an organization's IT infrastructure. The CMDB allows user to create and maintain logical configuration of IT assets and resources. This includes defining and structure and attribute of configuration items to represent various elements of IT environment such as servers, application, databases, network devices, and services. The CMDB allows user to define and manage various types of CIs such as servers, desktop, laptops, machines, application, database, network devices, and more. Each CI has attributes that describe its properties, status, relationships, and dependencies. ServiceNow CMDB enables user to map relationship and dependencies between different CIs. This includes hierarchical relationship dependencies, associations, and dependencies. Understanding these relationships is essential for change management, impact analysis, and incident resolution. Service mapping is feature within the CMDB that automatically discovers the maps relationships between CIs. It provides a visual representation of services and their underlying components, helping organization underlying how change or issues in one area may impact others. The CMDB integrates with various sources of data including ServiceNow Discovery, third-party discovery tools, and manual inputs. It automatically discovers and populates information about IT assets and configuration, ensuring accuracy and completeness. The CMDB plays a critical role in the change management process by providing visibility into the impact of proposed changes on IT services and infrastructure. It helps assesses risks, plan changes, and track the implementation of changes to minimize disruptions. ServiceNow CMDB supports incident and problem management by providing contextual information about CIs affected by incident or problems. It helps IT teams identify root cause, prioritize incidents, and expedite resolution efforts. The CMDB offers reporting and analytics capabilities to track key metrics, trends, and performance indicators related to IT assets and configurations. It helps organizations make informed decisions, optimize resources, and improve IT service delivery. ServiceNow CMDB serves as the foundational component of the platform, providing the centralized repository for managing IT configurations, relationships, and dependencies. It enables organizations to maintain an accurate and up-to-date understanding of their IT infrastructure, supporting various IT management processes and driving operational efficiency. Then CMDB architecture. Let's understand the structure of CMDB in ServiceNow. This diagram shows the architecture of CMDB. We have CMDB in the ServiceNow, which contains different CI tables. CMDB gets data by external system using different ways like discovery app, API, or service mapping. Discovery is the process of automatically discovering and collecting an IT assets and their associated configuration info in an IT environment and stores them in CMDB. Service mapping, CMDB application, then you can say that Service mapping CMDB application which is used to populate underlying services in CMDB tables. Then APIs are used to push data in service node tables with the help of integration. Once data is received by ServiceNow with the help of discovery, service mapping, or API, then it is identified and reconciled data by using the identification and reconciliation engines. It helps maintain the data, maintain the integrity of the CMDB and some non-CMDB tables when multiple data sources are used to create and update CI records. The use of multiple data sources increases the risk of introducing inconsistencies through duplicate records. To maintain the integrity of data, it is important to correctly identify CIs and services so that the new records are created only for CI and are truly new. The identification and reconciliation engine helps maintain the data integrity as follows: prevent duplicate CIs by uniquely identifying CIs using the sets of identification rules, reconcile CI attributes by allowing only authoritative data sources to write to the CMDB or to supported non-CMDB tables, reclassify CIs, providing us centralized framework to perform identification and reconciliation across different data sources. So then once data is stored in the CMDB tables after the identification and reconciliation engine, then ServiceNow provides different features and dashboard to monitor the CMDB, including health, quality, and accuracy, which is monitored by a health dashboard, interconnection between different CIs by dependency view, and manage class of CI using the CI class manager. So this is the, you can say that, architecture of the CMDB, from data in, then processed by engine, and then data, you can say that, which can check the quality of data and health of the CMDB using different features and dashboards of dashboards provided by the ServiceNow. Then categorizing assets. An asset refers to any tangible or intangible item which is owned, managed, or utilized within an organization IT infrastructure. This encompasses hardware assets such as servers, desktops, and network devices, software assets including license installations and usage data, and digital assets such as document and media facilitates assets like building and rooms, and financial assets. Additionally, configuration items representing individual components within the IT environment such as hardware, software, and applications are considered assets within ServiceNow configuration management database CMDB. Asset management in the ServiceNow involves the discovery, tracking, and management of these assets throughout their life cycle, including procurement, inventory management, asset tracking, and compliance management, enabling organization to optimize resource utilization, ensure regulatory compliance, and enhance overall IT service delivery. Asset categorization is required in ServiceNow. A three-level classification, you can say that, schema is used under which individual assets with similar characteristics are organized: class, model category, model, and then unique assets. Class. There are three classes, you can say that: hardware, software, and consumable. Then model category. A model is a subcategory that represent a product line or family of device with similar attributes. Then model. The model represent a type of hardware belonging to the selected hardware class. Computer, computer peripheral, mobile devices, printer, and server models are available for selection. Then unique assets. ServiceNow enforce assets uniqueness. Asset manager must complete the required fields to create unique assets. Data imported from the discovery system must also provide unique identifiers to avoid creating duplicate assets records in ServiceNow. Then asset management goals. The ServiceNow asset management application integrates the physical, technological, contractual and financial aspects of information technology assets. Assets management business practice have common set of goals: control inventory that is purchased and used, reduce the cost of purchasing and managing assets, select the proper tools for managing assets, manage the asset life cycle from planning to disposal, then achieve compliance with relevant standards and regulations, then improve IT service to end users, create standards and processes for managing assets. Asset management and the configuration management database CMDB are related but have different goals. Asset management focuses on the financial tracking of company property, while configuration management focuses on the building and maintaining elements that create an available network of services. Then asset management life cycle. The asset management life cycle include different steps like request, procure, receive, stock, deploy, support, maintain, and retired. Request. An asset begins the life cycle with the request. Asset requests are processed in the way that involves the procurement processes. Then procure. Vendors and suppliers engage in the procurement process to provide purchased assets. Departments may use pre-purchasing system to request and order software. Purchase orders are created to account for purchased assets. Then receive. IT organizations receive assets through purchasing process. Purchase orders are completed when all assets are received. Then stock. Physical assets are stored in stock rooms. ServiceNow provide a stockroom application to record inventory on the hand and the state of inventory on hand. Then deploy. Assets are deployed when they are formally requested using various forms. Assets are retrieved from stock rooms, built to standard specification, connected to network, captured in endpoint management system, and custody of the asset is transferred to the customer. Then support. Operational processes monitor the state of asset while it is in use. Incidents are identified in the incident management process. Support teams address incidents and services requests. The chain of custody is tracked when the assets are swapped out and while in maintenance. Then maintain. Move, add and change activities are performed to ensure that services dependent on IT assets remain operational and available. Change requests affecting managed assets are recorded in the asset management, change management and configuration management system. Then last is retire. Assets are retired when they complete their useful life. Assets are depreciated and removed from service activities to complete the final disposition of assets are recorded, and the assets is decompositioned or repurposed in various ways. So this is the you can say that complete life cycle of asset management. So that's all for this session. Before I wrap up, let's quickly review what I have covered in this session. So explain the understanding CMDB architecture, categorizing assets, then asset management goals and asset management life cycle. So that's all for this session. In my upcoming video, I will cover the discovery. Thank you.